for me, there's a mentality issue in that squad about not being able to see games out, and I don't know how you fix that. We're just in this habit now of giving away leads. For me, yeah, when you look at it, to take Finlay and Whittaker off, who were both having really good games. I thought, as bad as Whittaker was last week, I thought he had a much better game. Took his goals really well. Like I said, I thought Finlay really did well, bossed the game, held the ball well, made sensible passes, and I'm not really sure why he took him off, because he's not the sort of player who kind of runs out of legs in a game. But yeah, to take both of them off, yeah, you could probably say was maybe an error of judgment. Maybe leave Finlay on, bring Smallwood on. I didn't think Smallwood did anything particularly wrong when he came on. But yeah, I'm not sure the substitutions cost us the game, but I think Finlay coming off, yeah, in hindsight, was probably something he'd maybe think about differently next time.
It's just frustrating, isn't it? Because you feel like you've got over a little hurdle here. You've had those good results, or okay results, with a few draws. Obviously, the great result down at Bristol Rovers, then the win over Cheltenham last week, and you just feel like maybe something's beginning to get going. And you're right; it's an annoying result, because I said the same thing to my daughter. If you'd said to me beforehand, they'll get a point, I wouldn't have been happy, but I'd have gone, that's okay. That's not a bad result. But when you put it in the context of leading 2-0, having the game in the palm of your hands, and the opposition having a man sent off, and you still don't see the game out to a victory, that puts it's a completely different ball game then.
It is, and I think this is the huge frustration with our season so far. There's been so many games where it's been, what if? We've thrown away points like late on, and you just think, what could have been different? We'd won today, and I know we would have stayed 16th, but we would have been 5 points off the top 7, and that just shows you what a bonkers league this is. That everybody beats everybody, and they're probably one of the best teams in the league. You can see why they're up there. Like you say, you add in the couple of players that they were missing, and they become a different proposition. I think they were today. I don't think they're at their best. And we could have taken advantage, and should have taken advantage of that. And again, it's not like we played badly. We just had a mad 5 or 10 minutes. Like when they went down to 10 men, bizarrely, they seemed to look more dangerous than they had pretty much for most of the game. And I don't know whether, again, I don't know where that comes from. And the only thing I can think of is there's a fragility, a mental fragility at the minute within that squad, that we've done it so often now this season, that when we have a stumble like that and concede that goal, there's just a fear that spreads through the team of, oh my God, here we go again. But yeah, I mean, our season could have been so much different. Like, you think about the early away games where we conceded late equalizers, the home games we've conceded late equalizers, and we could be easily top 10 right now, and that's a frustrating thing about it, because at times, like I said earlier, at times today, I thought we played really well. We were trying to play football. We were trying to play on the ground. There was some really good stuff in patches. But yeah, I don't know what it is. And
well, you mentioned mentality earlier, Chris, and sorry to interrupt you, but it is, no. To me, it looks like it's becoming a mentality issue. You've already mentioned also the gap between Tranmere and the playoffs, which would have been down at 5 points if they'd won today. I'll throw this at you. Tranmere have now dropped 9 points, conceding from the 80th minute onwards this season. 9 points. That is a significant amount. And I look at the games that they've done it in. Colchester on the opening day, they score in the 87th minute, 1-1 draw. Gillingham, they score in the 90th minute. You get a 1-1 draw out of that game. The Salford game, they score in the 81st and the 86th. Tranmere would have drawn 1-1. They go on and lose 3-3. The Newport game, Newport score in the 87th minute to grab an equaliser. It finishes 1-1. And then obviously you've got today as well. And there's the Swindon game where they would have got a point too. So they are dropping points all over the place by conceding late goals. They have now conceded 9 goals from the 81st minute onwards. That's the joint most in the division. Only Shrewsbury can match that. And they've also conceded 17 of their 26 goals in the second half. 17 goals conceded. Only 2 teams have conceded more after half-time than that, Bristol Rovers and Cheltenham.